I'm going to be paranoid about this because of the mic malfunction on Tuesday, and I have no idea if I'm actually recording properly now. From what I can tell, I am, so I'm going to, freaking PlayStation advertisements. I hate that I get advertisements on my own channel for me. Um, who's getting the money there? It's obviously not me. And I really want to make sure that my mic is working, so I'm just going to waste like 30 seconds, I guess, to make sure that everything's actually up and up. In any case, I guess while we're waiting, I can finally unmute this, I think, just to make sure. While we're waiting. Almost right. My playback devices are completely wrong. So let's try that again. All right. So at least recording is right. I think we're good now. Although I do think that that's going to break my sound in Unity. Oh well. Oh, there's a... What on earth is this? Interacted object? I don't know where those came from. Huh. Okay. I guess I just had some odd objects that just serialized and spat things out. Okay. Really weird. Anywho, so, hello everyone. This is Chris Ingerson, and it is May 18th, and this is the May 18th Text Plus Devstream. So, today, we are going to be doing, what's the correct term? I guess, save file screenshots. If you've ever played, say, a Fallout game, I meant to pull up examples of this before the stream, but I forgot. Let's see. Fallout save screen. See if that gives us anything. Oh, of course it's going to be a lot of Fallout 4. I don't know if Fallout 4 does it, but I know that Fallout 3 and Fallout... So let's do New Vegas. I guess this is a weird thing to Google, so we're probably not going to get a lot of this. So you can sort of see this here on this. I can't believe this is the only thing that exists. You can see here that you have your save files listed, and then in the corner here you have an image of what was actually going on when you made the save. That's basically what we're going to be doing today. Mostly it's so that people, if they save and then leave and then come back like a week later, they know where they are without having to properly, actually try to remember everything. And to show you what it looks like right now, I definitely have space for it, and the save system itself could easily be tweaked, or in the load screen, because it's kind of messy anyway. We have our options, and it tells you if it's an autosave. It tells you the difficulty, I believe. So if it's a red difficulty, or if it's a red label, that means... No, I lied. Difficulty is the number. So if it's a yellow number, that means that it's normal mode. If it's red, it means it's on Sierra. And the name of the save file, in this case, it's just 3 autosaves, are... The color is dictated by your favorite color, so if your favorite color is green, it's going to be green. If it's red, it's going to be red. And then the name, if you don't autosave, is going to just be your character name. So in my case, if I entered Chris, then it would be a green Chris. If your name was Dave and you put in blue as your favorite color, it would be a blue Dave. But we probably... So right now, everything that's in there is just the name, the location, so the castle, the date that it was saved on, and the time that the save was made. So this isn't strictly relevant information, this date stuff. I like it in there. I like having it in there because I like having save systems that have dates like this. So trying to think what we could fit in here without needing to go crazy. I guess we could do something similar to our... Let's go to extras, author mode, create. We do something like this, where hovering over the save name will give you a image. Oh, okay, so that's not going to go away. It'll give you an image. We can have the name be up here in the corner again. And then on the bottom, we could have date information or location information. Actually, so yeah. So the save name would be over here. Then the location would be up here at the top left, and then the date could be at the bottom, with the image being over here, just a constant image size. I think that would work. So yeah, we'll do that. Now, the first trick is going to be saving out images, because we're probably going to want them to be a set size. There's right now the screenshot tool that I use is it saves images, I believe, at 4K, because I'm crazy. I don't know why I do that. I really should just do 1020 or 1920 by 1080. But that number can be adjusted fairly easily. And let's go ahead and stop playing. So we can just tell our runtime camera to take a screenshot at, I don't know, like 480. I'm guessing something like that. And then we can save that out. Because again, if I saved a 4K JPEG, it's probably going to be something like a megabyte, which is insane. So I might as well save it out as like a 480p megabyte. That should lower it quite a bit. Probably make it less than 100 kilobytes, maybe even less than like 50 or something. So this is the screenshot tool. We're going to sort of use a derivation of that, I guess. And we'll see what we can do with this system, because this is actually a system that I came up with a while back. Let's see. Let's close off some of our stuff here. And I actually don't think this is doing much of anything. Yeah, we want to go to screenshot utility. Go to definition. And I believe this is going to manually search for all cameras. Alright, I can pass it along a specific resolution. Let's see here. So take screenshot. Let's see here. Take screenshot, take screenshot, take screenshot. Cameras. Here we are. So what we do originally in our current screenshot tool is we get a command to take a screenshot. We look through the scene, grab all of our cameras. We see if they are a screenshot tool camera and if it's meant to be included in screenshots. It's because it was target cameras. Wait, what's target cameras doing? Oh, okay, that's what it is. And then what it tries to do is it sorts all the cameras in their specific order because of how rendering has to be done to get an accurate screenshot. So what we'll probably need to do is pass a take screenshot with just a manual camera. That won't do this whole search step. It'll just take one camera or a list of cameras, probably like a params camera, and it'll just use those cameras in the order that's given. So let's go ahead and do that. Say public static void take screenshot int custom width int custom height encoding type encoding. I suppose I might as well make it a similar thing. So save screen to disk, which is actually what I'm going to end up needing to do. String save path and system.action texture. Oh, completely botched that. Texture 2D and on screen taken, not tagen, taken equals null. All right, so that's an existing one, but we're not done yet. Next, we're going to say params cameras. So I think it will be fine. Hey, TNBG Sky, it does work. I felt terrible after it was pointed out to me after an hour and a half of talking that my mic doesn't work. It didn't work. And what had happened, funny enough, it wasn't that it didn't work, it's that I had been messing around with my Vive earlier in the week, and I guess I had forgot to turn my microphone back to the default mic. It should have done that automatically, but sometimes Vive doesn't do that. So, yeah, spent an hour and a half talking at no one, and lost all that audio. Not that it really mattered, because it wasn't particularly interesting audio-wise, but still, yeah, that it works now. Welcome to the Devstream. I'm Mark. Well, hello, Mark. Oh, man. Sorry, I just kind of spaced out there. Mark. I'm trying to think. Name. I feel terrible for not remembering this. That's gonna bug me. Why can't I think of it right now? Well, I'm terribly sorry. Apparently I'm a gigantic dick. I can't think of it. Why can't I think of it? Well, I apologize. I am terrible with names, so I always forget unless someone reminds me. Okay, 18 Markwick. Okay, now we're on board. Okay, yep. So TNBG Sky. Alright. Well, welcome back then. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were changing your name. I really should change my name to be my name instead of my screen name. Because my screen name does not sound professional at all. But, you know, hey, whatever. Sounds cool. Need to get myself a Cobra Commander outfit. Anyway. Alright, so we have our take screenshot stuff, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. And thanks, Arnold. Well, we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of pretty much all of this, actually. Get rid of all of this. Tell me that it's a list of cameras, because of course it is. So let's see here. I could just make it a list, but I'd prefer not to. I want it to be params cameras like that. Makes it easier to pass things in. Let's go ahead and say, is this multiple things, or is there just one? There's just one. It's going to be in a specific order, so I might as well make it an array. So, unless I have a specific reason. Nope. Okay, we'll make it an array. So we'll just change that to an array. Make some slight changes here. It's easier to convert a list to an list to an array than it is to convert an array to a list to array, because we have that. And this is just going to be if cameras count. There we go. Oh, right. It's not that count. It's going to be that length. Okay. And yeah, so that's good. Let's see. Do I have anything else that I need to do? Nope. All right. So this should save everything in. Do I want to be lazy? Yeah, so I'm going to copy this as well. I'm basically going to double everything up by doing the params camera stuff. Params is a wonderful keyword. I really do like using it. Let's see here. And let's see. Not quite done, are we? Oh, by the way, completely forgot to ask Sky. Oh, well, never mind. Latest start my stream, forgot lots to go. What if you stay after stream? Alright, I'll probably be on for my usual 2 hours at minimum. But yeah, go have fun on your stream. What are you streaming today? Let's see. So I'm going to have to duplicate like everything. Ooh. That's not great. This is what happens when you daisy chain through everything. Uh, okay. Because I basically really only wanted the resolution stuff. So I might just kind of cheap out here. And let's see here. So, so I might duplicate this one. Portal Knights? I don't think I played that one. Well, stream it and let me know if it's good. I will be over here doing save system stuff. So, params, cameras. Let's see here. We're good. Is that... Yep. And then cameras. Alright, so now I can go to this one. Let's see. So I'm going to want to say... save path. Crap. Nope, that is actually something that's very important. Because of course it is. Oh wait, no, that's what I specified there. Okay. That's fine. So let's see here. String save path of null. It's fine. And, probably should pass in cameras. There we go. Alright. So let's let this compile. So the save path is exactly what it sounds like. It's the path to where the file is going to get saved out. If that is null, it's going to find a folder called screenshots in the application and put it there. But we don't actually want it to go there. We want it to go with the save files, which is going to be super fun because that means we're going to have the names of the save files are going to be the names of the screenshots, basically. So they're going to match up perfectly. That way we can properly load them in together. Let's see here. So we're good here. That goes to the right spot. Yep. And that goes to the right spot. Yep. Good. Okay. And let's see here. Screenshot tool. So with that in there, I'm going to go ahead and say we need to open up, I think, Scene Manager. Scene Manager. Oh, right. I called it Scene Loader because Unity took Scene Manager, which I guess I actually need Scene text was Scene Loader. All right. Let's see here. I probably also need. Did I call it Session? I think I did. Yes, I called it Session. All right. Let's see. Save. Where are you? Clear session. Clear temp. Get session. Save. Clear, save temp, save session is what I want. Alright, so this is going to create our save directory. And then we're going to have to actually create our save. Okay. Let's see here. So the path is going to be that, but then we'll also want string, I guess image path is equal to path. I think I can do, what is it? File path an internal thing? It's an internal thing. Huh. Okay, weird. Let's see here. What am I going to want to do here? There should be an option for, let's just go to File Manager. I have the File Manager class mostly so that I don't constantly have to reference system.io and everything. Instead, I can pipe everything through File Manager, as well as doing some nice custom things. Let's see, file exists, directory exists, has extension. Let's go ahead and say public static string replace extension string path string extension return null for now. And let's see, what was it? I'm pretty sure that it's file dot. Oh, no, hold on. Is it replace? No, there should be. There's a system.io option. Let's see. System.io. There's an option to basically replace file extensions. I just don't remember what it's called. Oh no, text reader, text writer. Well, let's look it up because I would like to learn how to do that. So, SDN, Microsoft Developer Network is a great resource if you're coding, by the way. So we're going to look for replace file extension. Let's see, there's file.replace, but fine. Instead of replace, let's look for change. Let's see. There's a way to do it. Path.change extension. Aha! I knew it. I knew it was a thing. So path.change extension. And then path extension. Aha! I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Why aren't you... Oh. Why did it use a S? Am I spelling extension wrong? I am. It's entirely possible that I am. I spelled extension wrong. Oh, that's embarrassing. Apparently, I've just been spelling it wrong. Well, it's great that I'm not making a game that requires, accurate spelling on anything. This is why I should not be allowed to. I don't know why I thought it was a T. Ugh. Well, now that's not going to bug me at all. So we have encryption. Alright, I think that's fine for now. Let's see, default has extension. Let's rename this to extension. Rename. Alright. So let's go back to here. We're going to say, oh, I also wonder actually, I wonder if it's going to need to be a valid path or not, because that could be problematic, but I guess we'll find out. File dot, oh, come on. File manager dot replace extension path, and then the extension here is just going to be, oh, you know what, I guess that doesn't matter. Now I think about it. Completely pointless. So we're going to do this real quick. Where is it? Hold on. I want to make sure that my screenshot utility isn't going to try to append its own save path. So let's see here. Let me peek this. Path is equal to that. Otherwise... Ooh. So it is going to use the data path. So it's going to be local or relative to the application.data path. That is okay, I guess. So that just means that my path needs to be local or relative. So let's come back here to session. So we're looking at save directory path. Peak definition here. Persistent data path. Well, crap, that's not going to work now, is it? Let's see. I need to come over here and change this around then. definition. Let's see here. I guess that means that I'm just going to return path. That's probably for the... Oh, see, no, that sucks. Ah, dang it. Yeah, that's not going to turn out great. So, phooey. That kind of ruins my tool, doesn't it? Alright. Bool, local path equals fall. I will make it true. Equals true. Else if local path. Alright. And then let's go back here, see where this is referenced. Oh good, it's referenced in 3 places. That's not annoying. Screenshot utility, screenshot, editor screenshot tool. Oh, right. Screenshot save path. Okay. So I'm going to need to add an actual bool value here in take screenshot. That is going to pass in if it's local or not. Hooray. That's just what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and do this. Bool. Nope. We're just going to move it over here. So save path. Bool. Save path is, not Oz, is relative. Alright. And that's going to throw way more errors than need to exist, but we'll have to live with it. So let's see here. So I'm going to copy this because we're going to be using it a lot. Say path is local, or is relative, I guess. Say path is relative, comma. So a little bit of repetition going on here, which is unfortunate, but no way really around it. Let's see, say path is relative. And let's see here. Don't have a custom one, which means that this is going to be true. Say path. Again, don't have a custom one, so that's going to be true. Oh, nope, I lied. That one is not going to be true. It's going to actually have a variable that gets set. So say path is relative. I knew that this was going to happen going in tonight. I was like, you know, it's probably not going to be that hard. And it's like, no. Whenever I think that, that means it's going to be some major change to the system. That's just always how things go. Say path is relative. And this is why you should always have an option for relative paths. That way, if you don't need them to be relative, you're not hardwired into having them be relative. Let's see. So this is going to be true. True. Anywhere that it's just a default empty string, I know it's going to be true, because that means that it's meant to go to the local screenshot area. Okay. Oh, I apparently missed one. Ah, okay. True. There we go. And let's see here. This is going to be super fun. We're going to get some compilation errors. Yep, there it is. All right. Go ahead and see what it is. What's the damage? Say path. Say path is going to be true here. It's going to be a hard-coded thing. Take screenshot. Say path. I'm guessing this needs to be true then. I guess so. All right. And let's see. There were 3 errors. I guess I solved all 3 of them with 2 lines of code. Okay. One of these days we'll actually get to, you know, see if we can make save system or save file images. All right. Express scene loader. I'm gonna go to session again. So I am gonna do what I was about to do. We're gonna say file manager dot replace extension path, and I guess it's gonna be JPEG. So dot JPEG. Might as well save them out as JPEGs. Don't need them to be PNGs. There won't be any transparency. All right. So let's see. Where do we save path out? This is also going to be fun, by the way. Let's see here. Writing an encrypted file. And then we're going to need to say screenshot utility.take screenshot and screenshot utility.resolution type. Dang it. Yeah, it's not great. I guess we'll make it a 16:9 shot no matter what. Which apparently I don't have small numbers for. That's odd. Alright, let me see what my low resolution options are for this. Let's see, common resolutions. We'll do 16:9 resolutions. I have this bookmarked because I don't keep all of them in my head. Excuse me. Don't keep them all in my head. Let's see. Let's make it divisible by 8. So 512 by 288. Personally, I think that's fine. I don't think it's going to really need to be that big. Actually, let's do this one. 384 by 216. So 384 by 216. And let's see what are our options here. Okay. So screenshot utility dot encoding type dot JPEG true image path is going to be our save path. Save path is not going to be local or relative. We're not going to need it back. Okay. So before we can actually do that, we are going to need to set up our cameras. So, geez, this is going to be fun. I don't really have a good way of doing this. Let's see here. Screenshot utility. I wonder if I need to add a convenience accessor. So basically I can get all of the cameras in the scene through here, but that probably wouldn't work very well. What to do? Because I mean, I could attempt to retrieve the camera from the player character. So let's see what that ends up looking like. Let's see. Where it's going? Okay, it's been compiling. Let's see. Sleepy House Soft. No, we want to go down here to Text West. Prefabs, player, hero. I'm gonna drag this into the scene and show you what it looks like. So we need to grab the main camera. Ah, crap. No, we need both cameras. Ah, that complicates things vastly. Shite. Okay. What to do here? I don't have anything really referencing those cameras because there's no point. Dang it. Okay. What to do here? So, where are you? There we are. So I could grab all of the cameras in the scene. I hate doing this. Except for the UI. I think that would be fine. Actually, I have to do that. I can't grab the UI camera because that would just give you the black screen or the black loading screen every single time. So, okay, let's give it a shot. So we're going to have to do this, which is going to be so much fun. Let's see here. We're going to say cameras, or camera array, save cameras equals, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to say if global dot hero reference does not equal null. I'm going to say save cameras are equal to global dot hero dot get components children camera. All right. And I bet it's not going to do it in the order that I want. Of course not. So I'm going to end up making a list of these cameras and then converting it back into an array. Because I can't have nice things. Hello, the Gelmega. Welcome to the Devstream. How are you today? I am camera-ing. I was going to say saving, but that's not quite accurate yet. Let's see here. So we're going to have to say... Actually, you know what? I might be able to do this. Camera... Because there should only be two. Sorted cameras is equal to new camera save cameras. Actually, you know, it's great. I'm just gonna make it a new thing. No, I'll be consistent in case I ever have to add this. Save cameras dot length. Sorted cameras dot initialize. I will probably come up with a more efficient way of doing this later. Let's see here. Then we're going to want to say for int I equals 0, I is less than save cameras dot length I plus plus. Good for now. Exams are coming. That's always a fun time. What exams do you have coming up? Let's see here. So we're going to want to say, oh man, how do I want to do this? Nah, screw it. It's going to be a list. List camera, sorted cameras. New list camera. Sorted cameras dot add save cameras of I. And then we're basically going to do what we were doing over here in screenshot utility. Where are you? Here we are. So camera, yep, there we go. It's the exact same thing that I was doing there. So we're going to say sorted cameras. Oops. Sorted cameras dot sort, and then we will pass in sorted cameras dot to array. All right. So if we're lucky, which we never are, but if we're lucky, let's see. Most of them are programming. The other one is Particle Unreal. Ooh, Cascade. So much fun. That's only a half joke. I actually do really like Cascade. It's just insane what you have to do and what you can do. Anyway, so if we're lucky, when we test this, we will actually get a screenshot to show up. Now, it's not going to show up in our loading menu yet, but we might, if we're lucky, again, actually be able to generate it. So let's see what happens. We're going to make a new game. Yes, normal, right, green, yes, yes. Let's see if we're lucky. Are we lucky? Are we lucky? Nope, we are not. Son of a... It's because it's auto formatting. Ah. Okay. So you can see that our directory is all kinds of screwed up. Namely because it's trying to do that local path stuff that I told it not to do. And yet it did it anyway. Oh, wait. Well, no. Oh, wait. I didn't change that. Okay, that one was my fault. That one was my fault. I'm going to come down here. Save path is relative. Okay. Yes. I think we're good. We're good. Okay. Let's try that again. At least we know that it was calling it. I was a little worried. We need to do 4 effects. Got one completely. Another one's about 75% done. Another one's about 25% done. Well, at least it's Unreal's particle system and not like popcorn effects, because that editor is crazy if you've ever looked at it. It is insane. It is really cool, but it is insane. It's also expensive, so probably not worth it unless you are crazy or you really, really want super awesome particles. Let's go to new game. Press yes, normal, right, green, and yes. Yes. Okay, come on. Are we able to test it? Let's find out. Okay, so there is our save call being made. It says that it took it. And it says that it put it in the right spot. Oh, no, it didn't. It completely... Seriously? Alright, let me change this. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Come on. So that's not ideal. Okay. I think I'm just going to say space save path is relative question mark. If so, then we're going to do that. Actually, we'll do not. And if it's not relative, then we're just going to do save path. Otherwise, we will do string.format. Let's see if that works. Because obviously none of this will fly. Although at the very least I should be able to check this. Come on, compile. You can do this. I believe in you, Unity. Okay. Show and Explorer. Text West. Should have saves. Oh, we have it. Yes! It's teeny tiny. But that's actually about the size that I want. So, ha 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 ha. Yeah, I am a little disappointed that I can't get the HUD in there, but I think that's fine. So, hooray! I was a little worried that I had set up my system to not actually spawn the player until you type start, but I'm very glad that I didn't do that. So, yay! Very exciting. So, now that we have that working, the next thing we need to do is we're going to have to load this in. Yay, 55 kilobytes. I was right. I said it was going to be under 100 and possibly under 50, but I was wrong on the under 50, I guess. So, yeah, we're going to have to trim out this stuff. Let's go ahead and delete that. So the idea is going to be that we will basically create saves to match these file names. And I'm going to go ahead and also clear out my saves. And once we have that, then when we go to the load screen, we're going to load a file, get its path, and then we'll replace the path extension with JPEG. And we'll say, okay, now this is going to be the image that we load into our preview. So we're going to say, please enter your name, Chris, yes, normal, right, green, yes, and yes. Let's see. I'm also keeping my eye up on the top here. Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? It's not going to do it, is it? Darn it. Yeah, we got all sorts of blue going on here. So I still got to fix the global illumination bug. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and stop playing. Let's check out our save file. There is our autosave. Hooray. So next we want to go and basically try to get this to load in. Geez, why does it take forever for Unity to stop playing? So we're actually going to need to set up a preview window, I guess, as well as a default image if there is no image. Or I guess we could just not show anything. In that case, that's probably fine too. Probably the most difficult thing I need to do is something I chose myself, CNN, Convolutional Neural Network that interprets Mario images from the Game Boy, about 1040 by 145 pixels. Yeah. That's going to be fun. So when you say interprets, what are you trying to get it to interpret from the images? Like just understand what they are, or position them in a sequence of some kind? Alright, let's go ahead and open up our UI here, turn off our custom game map, and we are going to pull out one of our view prefabs. We want... Why is that in there twice? Okay then. Let's see here. We want our load. New game options, game, pause, splash, title, load game. Here we are. Okay. So we're going to turn that on. So we're going to need to change some of this up. Alright. Let's go to content, I believe is what we want. Content grid. Hit F here so we can see everything. Going to be fun. They make the content grid. It is a scrollable rect. I should have done a better job of doing this, but I didn't because I'm a fool. Alright. Let's see here. I guess that means that I'm just going to have a separate thing. I hate doing that. I'm going to rename this scroll area. Scroll area. Make a thing, move this up. We're going to call this one content. Let's copy this rect transform, paste this here, grab this. Oh, completely botched that. Yep, I'm going to do that. We're going to stretch this out. Alright, same thing. We are good. And next, that's going to allow me to have a image here. UI. Now, do I want it to be a raw image? I guess there's no real reason not to. Let's make it an image. I'll do fancy sprite stuff. I'm actually not sure. Do I have a sprite utility? I don't. Hooray! I get to write that. It's like the fourth time I've written a sprite utility. So today, you guys are going to get to see how to create sprites from textures in code. It's actually not that hard. It's just kind of weird. So, being able to figure out where Mario is, walkable areas, and where interactable objects are. Okay. So how to basically note hazards, stuff like that. So this is going to be our preview image. And let's get this in a couple of things. Let's put you in here so I can check off preserve aspect. I have no idea why Unity decided to make it so that if you don't have a source image here, you can't check preserve aspect off. You have to load a sprite, then check that, and then remove the sprite. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea. Anyway, so we're going to go have the stretch on the right. Let's have it be, let's see, pivot at 1x. Position of, I don't know, negative 100. That seems fine. Let's give it a width. That was weird. Why did everything go nuts for a second there? What are you doing? Oh my god, you're just trying to drive me insane. Oh my, I give up. I don't know what's going on there. It seems like something about the image is just going haywire with positioning. That's great. Anyway, we're gonna do from the top 10, from the bottom 10. Nope, we'll bump that up to like 50 and 50. What is going on? Oh, I know what's going on. It's you. I always forget about that. So this is my one big problem with ProGrids is that if you forget to turn it off when you're doing UI work, it does stuff like that. It moves things around without you thinking about it. And then it makes it very difficult. And it's very annoying. Let's give it a width of 200, 400. That looks right. I'm going to start with making it figure out if Mario's in it, slowly make it more complex, and I'm going to figure it out itself. Okay. When's your project due? I guess that would be the big question, because I feel like doing some sort of neural AI is going to take you at least a month, depending on how complex you make it. Anyway, so there's our preview image, and scroll area, content grid. This is basically going to be the same, except our grid, oh, jeez. Man, I just completely made this stupid. Oh, man, I made this like the worst layout possible. So that means I'm going to have to redo this. That is such a shame. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up Load Game View. This is why I hate looking at my old code and my old UI designs, because I'm just like, what was I thinking? I don't know what it was. Past Chris is always an idiot. Anyway, let's see here. Button, rect transform, button grid, and I mean, that's not the worst thing ever. Do I even have a back button anymore? Yeah, I think I do. So public, we want a scroll rect. So I guess this is going to be save file grid. Not particularly the best. Okay, and the reason that we need that is because, nope, am I using, I am not. Collections, but I am now. Come down here. So, the main reason that I need to have a reference to a scroll rect is so that when I generate all my buttons, I make sure that the scroll rect is at the top of the list, not at the bottom of the list or anywhere else that's weird. So it's important for me to reset that position every time I generate buttons. Let's see here. And for that, I actually do need to have a coroutine that waits for one frame and then evaluates, because that positioning data does not actually get updated the frame that it's adjusted. It gets updated the next frame. It's quite annoying. So I need to come down here, and we're going to say private enumerator, scroll delay, I guess. And then we'll say yield return null. I can't type apparently tonight. And we're going to say save file grid dot normalized vertical position equals, I think we want it to be 0f. Nope, 1f. Alright. Probably going to use it to write a genetic algorithm in the future, something to go in my portfolio. Alright. Well, makes sense. Stack on top of what you've already built. Let's see here. What else do I need to do? Say button prefab, that stuff's all fine. I'm pretty sure that this has a path in it. Yes. Should I just load? Well, no, we'll do that in the load game view. Might as well. So we're going to have a, I'm going to say list of texture 2Ds. No, it's going to be a list of sprites. No, it's going to be a dictionary of strings and sprites. Alright, so we're going to say private dictionary string and sprite. It's going to be file preview, and I will just call it preview images. Preview images equal to new dictionary, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's go ahead and let that compile, and I'm going to have to go to my extensions in SleepyOwl software. Extensions. See, I spelled extensions right here. Sometimes I'm just an idiot, I guess. Seriously, do I not have a sprite? I just don't, huh? Alright. I have a texture extension? Nope. Nope, sprite extension it is. So create sprite extensions. Actually, I guess it might be called sprite utility. Nope. Alright. Well, that's fair then. Come on. Alright, let's open that up. Reload all. This is going to be super fun if you really want to learn how to create sprites from texture 2Ds in code. So we're going to say public static sprite create sprite from a texture 2D texture. Alright, so I'm going to say sprite.create. And yeah. So we're going to go simple here, and we're going to say texture texture.rect. Oh no, there's a thing for here. I think it's hold on. So public, not public, rect texture rect is equal to new rect, and we're just going to give it I guess this, so 0, 0, no, I guess it might be 0f, 0f, now we'll do vector 2.0 and new vector 2 texture.width texture.height. Alright, so it gives us our rect, and then we'll pass in texture rect, and the next thing we need is a pivot, which is going to be its center. So we'll say new vector 2 0.5f 0.5f, and that's all you need to create a sprite. So let's see, what am I doing here? Return. And I'll probably actually go ahead and make some extended functions just so I can have them in the future. So we'll have a texture, we'll have a vector 2 pivot, and this is just going to return, so we'll say return create sprite texture, and then this. Alright, get rid of this. Let's see, turn this into pivot. Simple as that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to say create a sprite from the given texture. Create a sprite from the texture with a set pivot. Alright. So I'm going to have to come back here to load game view. And once we have that, I'm going to come down here to where are you? I guess I'm going to need this. Okay, come here, come here, come here. Where are you being used? There we are. So we're going to generate the button, and the button's content is set here. All right. And then we're going to say, what do I call it? Preview images dot add, or not add, of s is going to be equal to sprite extensions dot create sprite, and then crud. Hold on, file manager dot load texture. Is that asynchronous? It's asynchronous. Dang it. Fine. So we're gonna come down here then. Do I want it? I'll just put it here for now. I'm gonna say private void create preview image texture 2D texture. I thought I had like a. Nope, I guess not. I thought I had a synchronous load texture function, but I guess it's probably better that it's not or that it is asynchronous. Fine. So I'm gonna do this. Aw, crud. That's gonna be challenging. I don't know how to tell it. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, that's not really that easy, is it? Crap. Well, wonderful. We'll figure this out then. File manager. So texture. And this is going to be file manager dot load texture. And we'll give it a path S and create preview image. So, not ideal. Not ideal at all. I could, well, hold on. Let's see here. What does its name end up being? Because if its name is, oh, I bet it's just actually the name. Dang it. Well, that complicates things because I need to associate the path with the texture. Because of course I do. Let me think. Let me think. I could maybe get away with calling it just texture dot name, because that should be the file name. It doesn't matter. Well, no, yeah, it does. Huff. Wonderful. Just trying to think about how to store this information. Because originally I was going to store it based on the path for the save file and the image, but that won't work here. So I'm going to have to actually use the texture name somehow. It's late. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. Good luck on your projects, getting them all finished up. Let's see here. So I have a name, and I need to get. Ugh. Well, it's not ideal, but I think I know what I'll need to do. So I'm going to need to do. Let's see, file. Do I not have a on hover option for this stuff? Down here, button. have on click because of course I do. Okay, well, we're gonna need to change that. So let's move some of this stuff down. Sort buttons, reset. On save button clicked. Where are you? Oh, why are you guys way up here? It's weird. I usually put my delegate stuff at the bottom. Just another example of idiot past Chris. Alright, we're also going to say private void on save button hovered button. Yeah, we're just going to do that. Save game button. Save button. And then we'll say, what do I want to do? Oh, I probably need to actually add a reference to this. Hold everything. So you have our back button. I'm actually going to move some of this stuff around. Typically, what I like to do is I like to go from the most broad reaching variables to the most specific variables. So rect transform is more specific than a scroll rect, which is more specific than a button. Or sorry, which is less specific than a button. Let's see here. Although admittedly scroll rects and buttons are kind of probably on the same level. Image, preview image. Okay, we can come back down here. Okay, we have our save button, and then we're going to say save button dot path. Save file path. Yep. So I'm going to be able to do file manager dot. I think I can do get file name. Yes, without extension. And that should give us save button dot path. Nice. Okay, so I think this will work. And then we'll be able to say sprite, or rather preview image dot sprite is equal to preview images of this. I think that will work. Okay, and next we will need to say a couple of things actually. So we'll need some labels in addition to that preview image, won't we? Let's see. So above, we'll do below. I'm gonna say public. We need to use TM Pro. TM Pro. So public text mesh pro UGUI. We're gonna say. How do I want to list this? I'm going to say location label, and then public text mesh pro UGUI date label. I don't really know what else to call these, so I think that will be fine. Come way down here. Let's see, button name. Does this set? No. Where are you being used? Oh, good, it's actually being done here. Well, isn't that convenient? Okay. Let's close out of here. And so this is, let's see, so we want color, text, color check, name, and level. Okay, so we're actually going to simplify this quite a bit. So, hold on. Get rid of this. So our new stuff is basically going to be this. Say save buttons of index dot info label. Oh, come on. Dot info label dot text is equal to. We're only going to need a couple of these things, which is this, I believe. And that's pretty much it. So we're not going to have location anymore. I need an extra. Yeah. There we go. And just for convenience right now, but we'll end up getting rid of this whole label in a little bit. We're just going to set the time label text to be nothing. And let's see here. So down here, after we set the preview image, we're going to need to set the location label dot text is equal to save button. Nope, not save button prefab. Save button dot what's it, location level. All right. Okay. Dot level, and then date label dot text is equal to save button dot date dot oh come on save button dot date dot toString. No toString. All right, so that should work there, and then we're going to say private void on save button hover exit. That's not going to need to take anything. Change this to hover enter. We're just going to set preview image dot enabled equals false, and might as well reset this information as well. Preview image dot sprite is equal to null. And I'm actually just going to change this around. So I'm going to say, let's come all the way. Oh, blue. I was going to say, why are you blue? Come up all the way over here. And yeah, it's fine. I'm going to do private game object cached preview image geo. Come way down here. If cached preview image geo equals null, cached preview image geo is equal to preview image dot game object, and then we're just going to say cached preview image geo dot set active false. Same thing up here. So we'll set this to true. Okay. What else do I need to do? I need to actually assign those. So let's see here. No, not worried about you. Where? Here we are. Button dot on hover enter info dot add listener on save button hover enter button dot on hover exit dot add listener on save button hover exit. All right. Oh, right. Why do I have extra parentheses there? I don't need that. Let's see here. What is next? Cleanup. Need to do that. Do I not really have like a remove all listeners? Might as well do that. So we're just going to copy and paste that a few times. Bow. Bow. All right. Simple as that. I think that's all I need to do. And let's see what happens. Oh, I gotta assign all of that, don't I? That probably would help. Kinda would be terrible to try and load all this stuff up when it's not set up yet. Let's see here. So we have our preview image over here now. Scroll area right there. Location label, which I will need to add. So let's create a UI text mesh pro text. I'm going to cheat and making it black for now. Change this to our 8-bit font. And it is going to be anchored at the top left. Actually, this is going to be stretched across the entire thing. Let's see. What else do I need to do here? We will probably change this to 24. Not super great. That's fine. I think it's just a little awkward because it's squished right now. Let's see here. Let's also have it be centered vertically. From the left, we'll give it 10. That's fine. And we'll do 10 from the right, just in case. There should never be a name long enough for that, but, you know, whatever. Okay, level. We will call this location label. Alrighty then. And the next one, I'm just going to duplicate that. I'm going to do the exact opposite on the bottom. 1, 1. Let's set our pivot to 0 here, which our pivot actually here should be 1. I like to try and zero out my pivots whenever I can, or make them be where I expect them to actually pivot from. Let's see, location label. This is going to be renamed to date label. Height of 50 is still fine, I think. Although, it should be fine. We're going to try testing this. Yeah, okay, we're good. Let's see here. So this is going to be date. And we're going to need to be, again, 10 and 10. And I think that's all we need to do. Extra settings. Can I turn off? So turn off enable rich text and turn off raycast target. Don't need to do that for anything else. Same thing here. Turn off enable rich text, not a raycast target. So this whole enable rich, or not enable rich text, that's kind of obvious. Raycast targeting. This is something that exists on other UGUI components, and it basically means that if you hover over it, it'll block raycast, which we don't actually want it to do. So by disabling that, I'll be able to hover over buttons even if I'm over here. Bias in game. Hello? Start from scratch without knowing anything, but the problem will start with the C# language. Do not write to me. Okay then. Either way, welcome to the stream, Bias. I feel like there's context to that, but I don't have it. Anywho, let's see. So I'm going to turn off raycast targeting for that too. So that basically means that they're not going to block raycasts. Okay, let's assign those labels. So location label, date label. All right. And we are going to disable preview image by default. So that should be fine. And do I need to do anything else? That might actually just be it. I will probably copy this. So now our load menu will also be semi-transparent. Or I completely botched that up, didn't I? There we go. Let's see, am I missing anything? Nope, it looks fine. Let's go ahead and hit apply. Okay, now let's see what happens. Half expecting to get a null reference or something when we try to do this, but we will find out. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. file manager. That's one thing. I'm going to rename this to change extension. All right. I'm going to say find all references. Here we are. So we're only using it there. That's not actually correct yet. So I need to come over here to load game view. And let's see here, load texture. So I actually need to do this. File manager dot change extension s, and I am not entirely sure if I need to use the dot or not. I think I do. Yeah, okay. It might not actually matter, but we'll find out. We'll leave it in there. Okay, so let's let that go. I think that will work. At least I hope so. Well, we'll find out. If I hover over my save button and I get the oh, actually, did I make that the case? Button hover info, it's going to be down here. Yep, okay. So if I hover over it and our image pops up, then I'm doing something right. Nope. Completely screwed that up. So let's see what key it's looking for, as well as assigning all of that information, which I guess it's going to be faster for me to just hop over here. So let's see here. So let's debug.log this. And up here, we will say debug.log texture.name. Okay. And I think that's all we need to do. Okay. Come on. Come on. Just to make sure that it's still there. Still there. Start, go to load, autosave 1 and nothing. Crap, that's not good. Ah, the texture has no name. Ah, that's terrible. Okay, hold on. I might be able to fix that. Dang it. Well, that's not great. What to do about that? Let's see here. Hold on. Where am I loading images from? Oh my, a lot of places. Well, actually not a lot of places. Not that many. Graphic object info, materials, file manager, classic create view. How was I caching it here? Or was I not? I guess I wasn't. Oh, right. It's because there's only one thing, so I didn't have to try to sort through them. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. Dang it. Okay. I don't think I can get around that without changing some of my file manager stuff. Crap. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do this. Load texture. So definition here. Texture path callback, which is going to be a texture and then the path. The path. Come way down here again. There's going to be texture path callback. Yeah, I know, you're not going to like it. Load texture path coroutine, texture path on success, path. Load texture path coroutine. All right, so I can change this now to be load texture, then right. So this is going to change to take a path. So string path. Get rid of you, and we'll say this is going to be path. Okay. Now we're going to say change extension with the save file path, then .jpeg. All right. Now let's see what happens. Oh, did I have a null reference error, or is that from that just left over? Okay, okay, good. It's just left over. All right, so let's see what happens here. Start. Oh, that's what that all is. All of those, I think, are the objects in the level. Load and yes! Oh, I gotta change the color back to white. But yes! Ha-ha! Victory! So that's great. That also means that I can fit more save files on screen. Yay! All right. So let's change that real quick. Of course, it's going to take forever. It must be the substances. I'm betting that it's the substances unloading themselves from memory. That's the only thing I can think of. Because this lag seems to happen whenever I stop playing and the scene that it goes back to is not the same scene. That's my guess. I don't know. I don't know how else to do it. Or else what else it could be. So. Alright. So, real quick, where is our load screen's probably down here. Where are you? You load game. Okay, I'm going to change you to be white. Change you to be white as well. And I think I'm actually going to change our preview image to be tinted like 175 gray. So it's just a little bit dimmer. That way we have less of a risk of running into, say, like a white area where there's white text on top of a white background. That should help avoid that. Let's see, there's something else I needed to do? Right, this. So let's pull this into UI. Turn on UI. And then come over here. So I don't really need this time stuff anymore. So I guess we'll edit the script. Time label, find all references. It's only used in one spot. It's the spot that we were doing, so we can get rid of it. That's good. Oh, I probably need to get rid of it here. All right. So once we deleted that, then I can come up here and delete you. Come on. Compile. There we go. Oh my god. One of these days. One of these days we'll get it. Come on. I believe in you, Unity. There we go. So delete you. Yeah, I know it's going to break stuff. Let's see here. Make you stretch all the way now. Bottom, we're in a relayout mode. No, I guess we already were in relayout mode. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Next, I believe I want this to be 50. Okay, I guess that seems right. So, yeah, we'll make it 50. I'll hit apply here. Delete that. All right. So the next step is going to be, let's see what that looks like, and then we'll create some autosaves and see what everything turns out to look like. Because we should get 3 distinct autosave files. So start, load. Sweet. So there we are. I could probably need to bump the, well, no. I can probably increase the size for the font of the location, but I don't think I really need to do that for the time. I think that's fine at that size. I probably should move it up a little bit just because it's kind of close to that bottom edge. And that's fine. There are a couple of things that I need to do over here. I got to change these backgrounds to be transparent when they're not hovered. But yeah, so that's looking pretty good. It's got me excited. All right, why did I stop? Because now we got to take forever. And there's no code changes I can do to while we wait. Ah. Well. Well, while we wait, is anyone excited for Vanquished? Finally re-releasing Vanquished on PC. I love that game. Played that all the time in high school. And I guess early college, even when I played that. And now I feel old. Because that game came out on the PS3, which is over 10 years ago. Okay. Let's see here. So I need to go to my back button. And we're going to make you boop. And disabled is also transparent. Okay. Simple as that. Save game button is going to have similar settings. No alpha when you're not hovered. And no alpha when disabled. Okay. Let's see here. I probably should also do a couple of things. Let's go to our, where are you? Main menu. Prefabs. I'm just going to drag this out because I'm going to need to do that anyway. Input. I believe we're going to want our input field. Or does it on the input? Is okay. Where is it? Oh, it might just not have it. Okay. So I'm going to pull this into UI. Open this stuff up. Yeah, so it looks like input and input. Okay, so I can just remove this image then. so let's apply that. Delete and delete. Hit save. Okay, so let's go ahead and start playing, make some save files, and see what happens. Start, load. Yay! It looks right. This is problematic. It's kind of hovering over here, but that's fine. I'll fix that later. I also feel that means that I can bump this stuff over from the left. I don't know why it's so far. It's really weird. I'm sure I had a reason at some point, but I don't really need that now. Okay. So, I do like that. So if I hit 1, I'm going to change how this works. We're going to get a modal instead of just this. And that modal will have that image in it. That way we can properly show that. Oh, that's going to suck. Nope. Nope, that's going to suck. I'm going to have to make a new modal for that. But whatever. We are seeking the ultimate UX for a text-based game. So, doesn't matter. Let's see here. Well, welcome back. How was Portal Knights? Right, and it's going to take forever for us to quit playing. It's killing me. I hate how long it takes. Okay. Sometime in the next century we'll be able to actually do stuff. Okay, here we are. Let's see here. So we're going to have views, and down here I'm going to have create transcript load game modal. And modals are just like miniature menus. They're the pop-ups that you get whenever you go to a website and click like create character. And it's like, are you sure you would like to create a character? Yes or no? That's a modal. So we're going to make one of those. Reload all. Okay, so this is going to derive what's going to be in text quest, first of all. But it is going to be using sleepyowl.common. It's going to derive from game modal. And do I have a text quest modal actually? No, good. Okay. Game modal. Sweet. And let's see here. We are going to say using Unity Engine.ui. I lied. I'm probably going to need to use both of that. Engine.ui. So we're going to say public image preview image. Ugh, I can't spell image. And we'll do private sprite preview sprite. I wonder if I should. Yeah, I probably should. Okay. I'm going to come over here to load game view. And I guess over here in recycle buttons is where I'll do it. So we're going to say. I'm also going to change this to a for loop. For int I equals 0, I is less than, say, buttons dot count I plus plus save buttons of I. Just paste that in a bunch of different places. That tells you how old this was. This was back before I knew about for each loops being terrible. Of course, they're not actually that bad, but they're better now. They used to be pretty bad, but still, it's good to have for loops for things like event delegates and whatnot. Let's see. What's the next thing? Oh, right. I need to I need to delete all of my images, or all of the sprites that I created. That way they're not stored in memory and just causing a memory leak. So let's say, and here's where I'm going to have to use a for each loop actually. For each string s in, I guess I'll call it key in preview images. Really? What? Oh, right, dot keys. I was like, why is it giving me that? I'm going to have to say, oh, right. We're going to say preview, I guess we'll say destroy preview images of key. And once we're done with that, we're going to say preview images dot clear. Ta-da! All right, back to the save game modal, or load game modal, I guess. Don't really need a preview sprite. And we're going to say, what are my options? I should have a override open. And we're not really going to do this override. It's actually going to be a custom one because we need to pass in a sprite. But this is faster than manually typing that out. So we're going to say sprite, preview, sprite. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. Sometimes I prefer to use system.action instead of just action. Okay, so we're going to do base.open, and then we're going to say preview image dot sprite is equal to preview sprite. And all right, that's pretty much all we got to do. I don't really have anything else we need to do. So let's see. We're going to come down here to load game view. And sort game buttons. I can get rid of this block comment. Don't need it anymore. What? Okay, that's really weird. Oh, right. No, that's right. Okay. Let us see here. So we got to change output text here to. This is going to fundamentally. Yeah. Crap. All right, hold on. I'm just going to change how things work. Come on. So I'm going to make a text quest modal. Create script text quest modal. And the only difference between text quest modal and game modal is going to be that you can type a character to make your decisions with text quest modal, whereas with game modal you have to click on a button. So there's going to be some fun little extra behavior. It's going to be under text quest using sleepyowl.common, which is going to be from game modal. Woof. Protected virtual void update. This is really going to be terrible. If is open. And then we're going to say if input.get any key down input string is what we want. Right. Yep. That's a string, so we will say string input is equal to this. And then we will have protected void check input. Do I have options? No. Hold on. Let's see what my game modal is. Yeah, it's just got a definition. Now we can get rid of sprite, get rid of screenshot tool, screenshot utility, all that stuff's working. So are my options? Now I have buttons. Dang it. That is disappointing. So I'm going to need to do that, actually. All right. Oh, this is not going to be great. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and have a private string options. Actually, it's not going to be private. It's going to be protected. Protected string array called options. And then we will say here, this dot options is equal to options. And down here, that's going to be fun, we're going to need to say this dot options is equal to new string options dot length. This dot options dot initialize for int I equals 0, I is less than options dot length, I plus plus. This dot options is equal to options of I dot, I believe I have text. Yep. Oh. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go over here to load game modal, and this is where it's going to get a little different. Well, I'm going to actually change this to a text quest modal. Okay. I think that removes my need for this. I guess not, because game modal option is totally in Sleepy Hollow. All right. Let's see here. So over here in text quest modal, we are actually going to have, let's see here. So we're going to do these, except they're going to be override. It's going to be override. Really? I made selected override? Oh, okay, I guess. Huh. All right. Let's see here. We're going to change this to be base dot open. Yarg. Can never be easy, can it? So we're going to need this. And I guess we'll wrap it in is open. So if not is open. Okay. So that should call all of our base functionality. And in addition to this, crap. That's disappointing. So very disappointing. So params, as nice as they are, they let you input an arbitrary number of things. And you don't have to input them as an actual string array. You can input them as just individual strings. Well, we can't do that here. They just have to be string arrays. Dang it, that sucks. I will have to live with it. So the reason that sucks is because... What are you doing? Oh, right. That's another reason that it sucks. Can I just do equals default? That would be so cool. Ah, yeah, I can. Yes. Cool. Sorry, that's something that I haven't really used in the past. This default parameter initializer. It lets you do things like this and keep order. Otherwise, I was going to have to move options before a bunch of stuff, and I really didn't want to do that. So now it'll just initialize with an empty string array. Let's see here. So next, we're going to say string array option, I guess option letters equals default string. Cool. Let's see here. So we're going to need to do something similar down here. Equals default game modal option. And then again, this whole stuff. All right, that's not going to be override, it's just going to be void open. All right, so once we have that, we're going to need to have public string option letters. It's new string. Actually, this is not going to be public, it's going to be protected. And we are going to do similar stuff that we were doing up here. Actually, it's just going to be, yeah, never mind, don't need to do that. We're just going to say this dot option letters is equal to option letters. And this dot option letters are equal to option letters. All right, and those option letters are going to be used to basically say if you're going to load something. Currently, what it does is it pops up delete or load, and for our modal, it's going to pop up, I guess. Oh. Yeah, this is going to cause some problems. Well, we'll deal with it. I'll deal with the deleting and loading stuff later. For now, I'm just going to get the loading. Well, I'll deal with the deleting later. I'm going to get the loading stuff done tonight. Okay, so we have our option letters. All right, now this is where it's going to get interesting. So we're going to say string check input. And we're going to say return. We'll say string input is equal selected option is equal to nothing. Return selected option. All right, and then up here we're going to say for int I equals 0, I is less than option letters dot length I plus plus. If option letters of I dot to lower is equal to input dot to lower, then we will say selected option is equal to options of I, and then we will say break. All right, let's see. So in update, if we get any key down, then we will set that to be our input, and then we will check input with that. So I guess we'll actually just say check input, and if not string input dot is null or empty, we will call on button clicked. Is that what it was? Yeah. Input. Okay. So that should give us a valid option that is clicked whenever you type in a letter. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. All right. So we're going to have to do this. Override, open. Did I not make those overwritable? I just not. Of course not. Virtual. Override, open. We're going to do that. And we're just going to move everything here to there. And override, open. I know we're not actually done yet. Hold on. Oh, that's interesting. It just sets it to be null. Move this up. So if not is open. If not is open. Nope. All right, and after message, we're going to call sprite preview sprite. And then we'll get rid of this because they're not actually going to be overrides. Ah, man. It's a never-ending thing. I guess we're going to do this. All right. Finally. I think we're done. Although now I do need to make a UI for it. Because of course I do. All right. Let's see here. Come on. All right. So we're going to make this. It's going to be modal load game. Stretch it out. That's going to be our root, which is going to be an image. It's going to be black with a square solid. We'll do sliced like that. We'll make it 200, so it's semi-transparent. Rename this to be root. Okay, and let's go ahead and move this over here. Load game modal. Here's our root. You know what? I think I already have a modal that I can use as a base. Modal button. It's just this then. Yeah. All right. So that's probably fine. So let's just change this around. This is going to be our load game modal. That way I don't have to constantly remake this stuff. Content label, title label, button grids, button prefab, default button color, button size, or default size. Oh, right, default size doesn't mean anything. All right, and real quick, we will remove you, and now I'm going to drag this to just be modal. Wow, completely screwed up the word modal. Modal load game, and we're going to drag this in down here so I don't accidentally change it. So that's pretty much everything that needs to be in there. Still got a couple of things though. I gotta move our content label down to the bottom, I'm gonna guess. So, like that. That's probably fine. Let's give it 50 from the bottom. Just give it a little, 25. A little bit more space between them. Between the message and the buttons. Okay. Next, we will go ahead and create a UI image. So I'm going to call this content image. All right, let's give it from, I don't know, 50 from everywhere. Wow, not even close. That actually needs to be way shrunk in. So like 200, 200, and 100. That looks about right. Maybe 75. Maybe 25 from here. There we go. I think that's good. Let's see here. I could also make it the background. We'll see what this looks like. So load game. There's our image. And that is pretty much all we needed to do. Let's apply that. Make sure that it's the correct one. Good. Okay, we will delete you. Let's turn you off. Select that prefab though. Turn off view prefabs. We're going to add a new modal, which is going to be our load game modal. Okay, and to actually change our code a little bit. So load game view, come up here. So instead of saying output text is equal to yada yada yada, we're going to say UI.getModal load game modal dot open. This is going to be nuts. So the message is going to be load, hold on, caret, load, and I guess it's going to be this. Plus that. Okay, so that's that. It's going to be a null callback for now. And then the title will just be load. Save game. And we'll call it just load game. And we'll just call it load. Let's see. The options are going to be. See, this is where it sucks. So I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to say private void on load modal load option selected string option. Okay, we're gonna go all the way up here. I'm gonna get some static arrays going. Well, not static arrays. Well, nope, they are static arrays because they have to be. They can't be consts, which sucks, but I have to live with it. Let's see. So we're gonna say we'll have some private const string. We'll say yes option. That. Come on, work with me here. And private const string no option. Wow, I cannot spell option. Equals this. Alright. So this is going to be yes, like that, and no, like that, to make it a little bit obvious, or a little bit more obvious what you can type. Okay, and then we need our static arrays, which is going to be private static. I guess it doesn't have to be static. It can just be string, string array, and that's going to be our options. And it's going to say get return. Well, no. See, it makes sense to cache this stuff. So we're going to do private string cached options is equal to new string 0. And then we'll be able to say private string array cached options get return cached options dot length greater than 0 question mark. Then we'll just return cached options. Otherwise, we're going to say cached options is equal to new string of 2 with yes option and no option. Put some spaces in there for formatting. And then we should be good. Ta-da! Sweet. So we got our array in there. That means I can come all the way down here again. And we can pass in our options now. And of course I need to do that twice actually. So we're going to say cached options. Okay, not done yet. I forgot to do something else, which is going to be cached option letters. Same thing basically. So cached option letters. Private const string yes letter is equal to y. Private const string no letter is equal to n. We're almost there. We should be able to actually test this out in a second. Same thing here. I'm just going to replace everything with you, and capital C. Yes. Letter. No. Letter. Come all the way down here again. And cached options will also be paired with cached option letters. Alright. Now the reason we went through all those hoops is so that we're not constantly generating new string arrays. We just have one string array that gets generated and then stored in memory. And it can be reused over and over again. Okay, so our null delegate here is going to be changed to on load option selected. Okay, so I think we've finally done it. Hold on. I just need to do. Where are you on input? I believe is what I need here. We're just going to do load game current button. Okay. Hopefully this will work. So let's see what happens. I think it's set up. At least I really hope it is. There's a lot of systems coming together at the same time, so I'm not sure if it's even going to work. But we will find out. All right. Okay. So let's let that go. Let's type. Also going to maximize on play. Start. Load. Okay, so we have our preview image there. If I type 1, dang it. Oh, so I have it so you have to click on it. Ah. Did I not pass it? Oh, I didn't pass it in its sprite. So I worked that. But I can type yes. That's good. There we go. Cool. So it's like half working. Everything, the end result is correct, but everything to get to it is kind of screwed up. So we're going to change this, and we're going to say if, actually I guess we'll do switch. Switch option case, it would be yes option break. So we'll close this, and case no option. That's going to do something, but I'm not going to have it do anything right now. The next thing I need to do is say up here in my, there we are. So if L, so instead of this, I'm going to have to, down here, hold on. Where are you? Where are you? On save button clicked. So I'm going to copy this line. I'm going to put that all the way up here under load. And is that correct? That is correct. Well, that's convenient. All right, so let's see if inputting that text will actually update it now. And if so, typing no or n should also work. And typing anything other than y or n should do nothing when that menu is open. So let's try and do that. Now, the reason that I went through so many hoops to get the letter detection stuff working is because I would like most of these menus, if not all of them, to function with just the keyboard. Now, I know that's not entirely possible just because stuff like options menus won't really work with just the keyboard, at least not easily. So, but I you know, I am trying to do as much keyboard-driven stuff as possible because it is a text-based game. So if I set 1, dang it! Why didn't it work? Oh, it's because I typed load. Right. That's not good enough. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and stop playing. So I set the wrong thing. Paste that. And it's going to be button name, I suppose. And button level. Okay, so let's go ahead and comment you out. Oh, I guess I could have actually kept it as current button. I don't know why. What is button even? Okay, that's really weird. Okay. Come on. Oh, right. I had the gall to stop playing, so it's going to take forever to despawn. Okay. Shazam. Abracadabra. You can compile. I know it. There we go. So this time it should work, hopefully. And then we'll be able to test everything. And then we'll be super happy. Oh my god, I almost forgot. I need to pass in the sprite. Ah, jeez. Okay, hold on. Hey, let's see, where is it? I keep forgetting to pass in the sprite. Sort buttons, create preview image. Okay. And nuts to it. You know what? I'm gonna add a convenience function up at the top here. I guess it's not gonna be at the very top because I like to do things in a certain way. So we're gonna say private sprite get preview sprite string save path return preview images of file manager dot change extension save path dot jpg. Okay, so we're gonna need to do this pretty much everywhere where I'm doing that open modal call. Right here. So we're going to do it here. We're going to say current button dot save path. We're just going to copy and paste this pretty much everywhere I'm doing this. So right here. And there's one more spot. At least I thought so. I'm pretty sure I have this in 3 different places. It's above us. Right here. Okay. So this time, for real, we should be able to actually test everything. Watch me have forgotten something incredibly inane. Something incredibly mundane. Alright. Click through this stuff. Type start. Okay, let's do completely keyboard driven. Yes! And then we'll hit K. Nothing. Although our input, that's a little unfortunate. So our input field on the load game menu is still selected. So if I hit no, good, nothing happens. That's good. 1, enter. And if we were to, I'm gonna hit no real quick because I want to get some screenshots. Screenshot. Okay, I'm gonna hit 1. We're gonna get screenshot again, and I'm gonna hit yes this time. Yes. Haha! It works. Of course, we already knew that part worked. But yeah. So cool. We have a slightly rebuilt load game menu, one that can show preview images, and I guess the real test actually would be here. So can I do save? Oh, right, that stuff's still in there. I gotta get rid of that. Let's find out. I'm actually curious. Screenshots. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. Here we go. Yes! Yes! Cool. So everything's in there. Oh, crap. Ah, dang it. Why did I do that? Created meta files for these things. So yes, if we look at our save files, we do have our tiny save file preview here. Sweet, 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 sweet. Cool. So it's working. We have save preview images functional, and they are fairly small. They're 50, 60 kilobytes. I could potentially go smaller, but I think I think it's a decent size. So I'm gonna real quick get rid of these 2 things and drag these screenshots over to here. So let's take a quick look at them real quick in game. I'd like to make sure that the screenshots don't look fuzzy or anything like that. Click through this stuff. Start. Load game. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Looks like if I hover over it before it gets the chance to load everything, it's not gonna do it. But I mean, it's a little fuzzy, but I don't think it's that noticeable, really. Like it's definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen. Because this is about what the image size is. So if I were to, that's going to be a challenge. I'm going to pause that, and then I'm going to pull up the actual save image. Ugh. Okay. There we go. So I mean that's almost exactly right, actually. So I think that's fine. I could maybe go a step further down in terms of resolution, but I really don't think that 50 kilobytes is that much to ask for a save image. Um, so I'm just going to let that go. But yeah, so we have all that stuff working. That is so exciting. Um, did I really? Oh, I guess that. Okay, I was gonna say like, has it really been that long since I made a save file? But no, it's just 7:47. This has been a long dev stream though. It's been like 2.5 hours, a little bit longer than I usually go. Uh, but I think that's a pretty good place to stop. Quit while you're ahead and all that. Um, but we got our save system working, which is the thing I really really wanted to do. We got our well, I mean the save system was already working, but we got our save previews working. Um, I really do think that that's a nice feature to have, just from a player standpoint. If you play this game and you go away for like a week, when you come back, you can get a quick preview of where you were. No worries about it. You won't have to try to remember what does castle mean. You'll be able to see exactly what you were looking at, right where you made the save. So I think that'll help. Yeah, it's just a nice user experience, as far as I can tell. But I do have some quick small changes to make to our load game view. I'm going to turn this on, turn you on, content, preview image. We are just going to, let's see, we're going to set our location label to be down here and our date label to be up here, and I think that'll solve our border problems. Okay, let's go ahead and turn off the preview image. Off our root, and we will apply, delete that, and one last test just to see what that looks like. All right. Feels pretty good to have a dev stream where I actually accomplished my goal. It's been a while since we've had one of those. Start, load, and yeah, I think that works. Because now we have a little bit more of a distance between the top and the castle, or the location logo, and a little bit more of a distance between the bottom and the time logo. Text, label. Why am I saying logo? But yeah. Alright. I think that is a really good spot to end the stream for the day. End on a high note. So let me think. Any announcements? I should be fine to do the regular Saturday stream this week. So we'll be going over some more custom game content stuff on Saturday. Need to figure out what exactly I want to focus on. Probably some cleanup on connections and getting rooms to interact a little bit better. But then we should hopefully within the next couple of weeks actually get custom games being in a playable state. That way we can, lay out a map and just play to test it. So we'll see what that ends up turning out as, but I'm hopeful that we can actually get that done within the next 1 or 2 weeks. But we'll see. We'll see. Custom game stuff's always a really complicated thing. So, any other announcements? Nope, not off the top of my head. So, as always, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.